Every conversation in life, you have to lead with a smile, whether it's on the phone or you're in person. It matters. Small wins are very important, my friend. Let me tell you a little bit about mine today. So I needed a new pair of shoes, sneakers to be exact. And I don't go like every 2 years. I don't know. It's infrequent that I'm at the shoe store. But I needed to go today. Had to be at an appointment, so I wanted to get there. And the only place I could find was Dick's Sporting Goods. So I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm like the only one there because it's the first one in. And I get the kicks from the back right there. And on the way out, I just standard, I'm like a member at all these places. You know, you put my number in, there's rewards and stuff. So I said, are there any rewards, any discounts on my purchase? And the lady says, you know, we just opened. They haven't given me any slips for the day. And so I said, oh, are you serious? I said, oh, you don't have anything special for me? And I just kind of smiled. And I said, let me just check my emails, because sometimes I get them. I just like kind of smiling while I'm looking because I didn't want to be rude and hold her up. And she just quickly turns and she starts rummaging around and she finds a sheet and starts going one by one. And she gets it to stick. And she goes, I got you. And I said, are you serious? And she goes, yeah, absolutely. I said, you are the best. And she goes, I hope I don't get in trouble. And she's not. This is her job, is people, when they do ask, they should get it. I want to just tell you, her name was Marte. And she was amazing. Marte hooked a brother up. And all I could say is this, guys, if you don't smile in life, you don't have an opportunity to save $38, a $38 savings by smiling. So you tell me a smile doesn't work? You tell me a smiles don't get you doors to open? Every conversation in life, you have to lead with a smile, whether it's on the phone or you're in person. It matters. We may get cut off here, but I just wanted to pop on quickly to tell you that. I thought it was a pretty cool little win, especially when we have the quote that I came up with years ago and am now bringing back to the surface as I'm re-inspired to get out and talk to people and help people find their greatest version. And a smile. It has an energetic value that costs zero to the currency holder. If my smiles cost me zero to give, but they have a real world value, I'm going to use that. I'm going to put it out there because it lifts somebody else up as well as myself in the moment. Words matter, your smiles matter. Everything you do matters. You have this energy that you may not be aware of. It's powerful, it's contagious. You have to choose to be what kind of person you're going to be, but at the end of the day, you're going to do something. And you might as well do something that's going to have a positive impact on the world. Can't say it any better than that. So I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope this Monday has got you kick-started with a little motivation here from Mark Inspires. That's right, guys. You throw INS in the middle of my name, what do you get? That's right, you won the spelling bee. Mark Inspires. That's what it spells. I had to share that story with you. You know, I was actually walking out the door thinking to myself, I got to tell that story. And it took me all day to be able to get on the air. It's busy, 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 guys. Doesn't mean you're making money when you're busy as a realtor. Let's go over that real quick. You could be the busiest realtor in the world. You only make money when you transact. So I'm out there doing busy work every day, showing properties, trying to locate and scope out properties for my clients, doing the legwork, shooting videos for my clients of properties they can't get to because they're out of town, whatever, or cross country. And all of these days I work for free, just like I do when I go on and put on a show. It's to just try to lift one soul up. There's been a motto to this show since I did start it in 2018, been here every day since. And the quote is to affect a positive change one person at a time. That's my goal and my motto. I created that motto early on, and I've been living by it. That's my only reason for being here on the air, is to affect a positive change one person at a time. There's somebody on the other side who's either finding it now or will find it in the future, who will be affected in a positive way. And that's my goal, is to connect with you, to remind you of your greatness. It's definitely not a mistake that we're here at the same time in history. You have to understand the hard work that goes into being a successful agent. There's no glory in the days that you're out there working from the beginning of the day to the end, and there's no money to show for, but you're out there doing the work your client can't. And by the way, you may actually film the house that they buy. So this is why we do it. We have to provide them with the information necessary to make informed decisions. And so I go out there on a daily basis trying to help my clients make informed decisions so I could be at the end with them at a closing and I could feed my family at the same time. That's how it works. So it's not glamorous, guys. You grab me a realtor. You could do it if it's a secondary job, but if you want to be a full-time realtor, you better get out there and do it. You better get out there and make phone calls. You better get out there, create content about what you do, and try to connect with people. That's what I'm doing here. FYI, if you need to buy or sell any real estate in Connecticut, reach out to me, shoot me a DM. Any questions about the real estate market, about a specific community, or if you'd like me to go out and film in that community, that's what we're here doing. That's part of the show, highlighting these communities. There's going to be a time, and it's not now because people can sell anything. You just put it on. I'll sell it tomorrow. I'll sell it before I put it on the market. And that's just the reality of supply and demand. But one day when there's too much supply and not enough demand, you're going to see a shift. And you're going to see people trying to sell these communities again. And my show will be the one location where you saw it all, or you had an opportunity to hear about it on a semi-daily basis for Discover Connecticut. And meet some business owners. Learn a little bit about the history of this area here. There's so much history here in southern Fairfield County, and all over Connecticut, really. We can go up to East Rock and West Rock and New Haven and do a whole Discover Connecticut up there. That being said, we have to create more content about these communities. And so when you need to buy and sell, you could ask me, and I can actually not only tell you, I could point you to a piece of content I made about the community you want to move into. And eventually there will be so much content on each town, and just be the place to go to learn about the communities, to learn a little bit more about everything that's going on in Connecticut. I gotta start doing events. So anybody who's doing an event out there, if you want to Discover Connecticut, to cover said event with my passionate and comedic sensibilities. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna probably end this now. I'm not even looking at it, just driving focused on the road here. I had a comment from someone I love very dearly. And she said, I heard that you're driving, it's dangerous. I'm trying, this is the same thing to do whether or not I'm alive or not, I'm driving. I'm focused. What are you looking at? You're looking at me while I'm driving? I'm doing it. I'm road raging. I'm road raging while I'm driving regardless of the camera going. So, I don't know, this idea of it being dangerous. It can't be dangerous if I'm still fully alert. I'm alert to my surroundings. No, I see you, sir, over there. I just flew right by you. Your wheel, sir, your wheel. You have a weird wheel. It's doing, you should get that fixed. I wish I had a megaphone. If I had a megaphone, guys, I would just get on. Excuse me, sir, your wheel is about to fall off. You may want to get that fixed. Pull off the next exit. But I'm fully engaged with the vehicles around me. Lane change. I couldn't do a lane change, guys, if I wasn't aware that there's nobody in this right lane. Sometimes when you're doing it, Andretti style. Oh, that's right, I forget. You guys don't know who Andretti is. Mario Andretti, he was a god, some people say. So, probably not a god, but he was a good race driver. Kyle Petty? It's Petty. I threw a name out there that's relevant, right? Guys, what's with the traffic now? I wouldn't have been able to slow down in traffic and come to a complete stop, essentially, if I wasn't fully aware of my surroundings. Right? Anyway, guys, just, I like to infuse a little comedy into my lives. You can't just go through life getting just the motivation and inspiration. This is the full gamut here, okay? Look, let me finish up this stream real quick and say one thing to you, my friends. Make sure you smile as often as possible. Okay, we got it. Smile as often as possible. Change the world with your smiles because they do affect everything and everyone around you. So don't forget that. And it's hot as can be in here. What? Can I shut the heat off, please? Anyway, make sure you guys check out my newest piece of content, Discover Fairfield, Connecticut. I got ghosted by Mark Twain. I think he's a bit of a dookie head. I mean, what kind of guy doesn't give me a high five while I'm out there, you know, doing a story about Fairfield? He's sitting there writing a new book and he can't give me a high five? You know, yeah, I snorted, you know, because I'm offended by that. You know, let me get in there and do that story with you. The Adventures of Mark Pyers. It has a good ring to it, you know? Thank you. Thank you for supporting. And make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications. Until later.